After no early Elder Fairies, I finally got him through a lucky pity pull. The common consensus is that Elder Fairy is for whales while Fettuccine is for most players, which I heavily disagree with. He provides so much offensive pressure through solid HP scaling as well as supporting debuffs, alongside Prism Shark being a stupidly OP mechanic, so I went ahead and immediately hauled him. Fettuccine is undoubtedly still better as a tank that doesn't die, but Elder Fairy's other benefits far surpass his Fettuccine's. Got lucky and I didn't need to upgrade too many Swift Kill boosts for just a usable set. Cooldown is always the best set for him. You need him to have a Prism Shard to not get nuked by Golden Keys, and you need to taunt as much as possible to protect White Lily. Without further ado, let the climbing commence. This is my main team for climbing, a 2-2-1 with Frost Queen. Whistle and Watch are a must, and the last slot goes to either Feather, Scroll, or mainly Paper Charm depending on the matchup. I also decided to haul up Hollowberry. She works well with Elder Fairy and Hyper Carry setups since she also helps him to survive alongside your carry, and I needed Creme Brulee Hyper to counter opposing Lily Hyper teams for an easier time climbing. Creme Brulee still has the highest 1 minute mark burst damage out of any cookie, but also loses 0 to 100 to any Paper Charm team. This battle is the perfect example of why you need Choco on Elder. Prism Shard is by far his most powerful buff, diminishing the damage from a single hit that exceeds 10% of max HP to 10%. You know which cookie has the bulk of her damage in a single nuke? So essentially, Golden Keys can't even touch Elder Fairy as long as he can generate enough Prism Shards. I found out that this version of 2-2-1 does very well against other non-charm 2-2-1s. Especially Geese Frost Queen, it's near impossible for that offensive duo to bypass my taunts or frontline without a Paper Charm. Too bad I only found out that Yeti is better than Snapdragon for this after climbing, but oh well. Also my first time beating a Grandmaster 3. Easiest E1 reclimb of my life. After Elite 1, things get a bit trickier. I'm still very unfamiliar with my matchup, so even though I got a lot of tickets and won a lot of battles, I lose even more than I win. I even needed to resort to my revenge logs this early. Luckily, there's a light DPS at the rear end of the opposing side. Crumble is merely a niche counterpick, so people who set him for defense are great targets for free trophies. So, I just realized that my White Lily skill is level 60. Almost top 2000 by the way. My heart nearly sank when Golden Keys used her skill when my EF was down, but luckily I still had a Prism Shard. 500 ranks remain. I experimented a bit with White Lily Hyper here. I didn't know I was supposed to run Feather Vial, oops. Oh, and Frost is like so dead now. All Frost decks do now is charge up my White Lily's Purification. Do you see their health diminishing at all? Creme Brulee, next fight. 350 spots remain. Luckily, some people are still running bait teams in E1. As I said, creme brulee counters white lily hyper teams very well. You just need him to survive white lily's 1 minute burst. That's funny. 250 spots remain. For this Lily matchup, I was super confident since they were running monocle instead of an offensive striker, so they had like no burst damage at all. For this fight, it was guaranteed to be Geese White Lily 2-1 since Financier was shown on the bottom row. "150 spots remain. Unfortunately, I got a few wrong guesses and used my 2-1 team on White Lily Hyper teams, which is an auto loss. Got it correct this time though. I still lost, but to be fair, it was an almost top 300 Lily. Don't know what they were thinking with fairies, but okay. Thanks, Oliberry. You did a lot in this matchup. Yep, one of the most important cookies in that fight. Ain't no way I just lost to Coral Double Tank in top 1.5k. Here I got offered another low investment White Lily Hyper to eat up, and they were a GM3 player as well, so I got a nice sum of trophies. And 100 spots remain. Follow that up, Coral Double Tank with White Lily Creme Brulee. That is not on my bingo card. That's actually a good idea. I should do an arena bingo someday. And what better way to end off the push than with a climactic battle against the bait team? G flippin' G's.